Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to May 2018. I'm Chrissy. Thanks for being with me. And here's your reading as we go into May. So, a lot going on. I hope everybody's been doing well. Um, Judging from your cards, your card reading looks pretty much okay this month. I don't see much havoc or a lot going on. So, let's just jump right into it. Interesting. I got two guidance cards that I pulled. And as I was shuffling these cards, the middle card kept splitting in the same way. So the bottom of the deck, you received perception. So I think a lot of Scorpios are going to be seeing things either in a different way. You're changing a perception of the way you always look at something. So it could be your eyes, it could be adjusting your eyes, it could be seeing things in a new light, ways of being, how you're feeling, how you look at different situations, how you're communicating. Okay, but there is definitely a change of perception because that card was really adamant about showing itself. So that's the card at the bottom of the deck. I'm going to put it right there as we start this reading. I hope you can still see it. There we go. And let me just go right into your reading. So on the bottom of the deck coming into, you have the Five of Sword energy in reverse position, which I think I love that for you because it shows me that any situations you've been kind of battling or having conflicting feelings with, you're coming out of that point and it's starting to lift a little bit for you. You can change the perception and see situations or circumstances in a different light because the five is letting you become aware of what you're confronting, whether it be an actual circumstance or something within yourself, your own psyche, in other people. I feel like you're just finally setting yourself free of some of the conflictual energy as you come into the month of May, which I think is kind of underpinning this whole reading, okay? Now, you do have the Queen of Swords in the center, but I think that, yes, for some of you, this could be a Libra, a Gemini, or an Aquarian female or male, because this is a general reading. I tend to go with how I see it as a more feminine energy in a masculine way, but either way, it's the Queen of Swords. She embodies a very keen sense. She's very psychic. She's very intellectual. But this card also brings success, with writing, with journaling, with publishing, politics, any type of debate or open communication. But she embodies a very keen, blunt, let's just say it straight and say it the way it is. And she doesn't like play around with any drama, or she's kind of done with it and isn't really interested in anything but the fact, right? She's all about facts and logical thinking and a way of being. So she embodies that. But at the same time, some of you could be, getting ready for exams or debates or any political type of focus that's taken place. Or you could be very interested in those type of debates or studying or looking into different things to openly communicate or state your piece or how you feel about a situation. So maybe the month of May you'll find yourself debating and talking and communicating and kind of coming out of that place of just feeling a heavy negative energy or with others also. So I feel as though she's good and focused and she has clarity as she goes through the month of May because it's the middle card. The Hangman right beside her, this row right here. So you're coming into May in nature, the earth. It's very abundant. It's very fertile. This could be babies for some, grandbabies for others. It's a very abundant month. The Empress is about mother. It's about Gaia. It's about earth. It's about getting out there, enjoying nature for all she has to hold. Whatever that is for you, feel the abundance, find the inspiration. You might find that going out and just doing regular activities that you like to do, it really opens up your whole soul and your body and your mind, and you physically are feeling better and feeling good. And I think for some Scorpios, this is to get health really down to a point of feeling good. And I think the month of May is kicking it off for you right here. Some of you will have new ideas and new inspiration, projects, thinking about new things to start or to implement. And it could have something to do with some of you with the Empress card. Could have to do with nature. It could have to do with body, physical body, and how you're feeling and what you're eating and routine. And some of you could be dieting or getting into new nutritional diets, or how you're thinking about it, right? You're thinking about new ways to implement new projects and how it's going to serve you and how it's going to help you and make you feel better. But again, we're going to go back to the perception card. It's how you're seeing yourself and others, right? What you need, how you're changing perception, and how you're really using the energy to see things in a different light. Might not be how you always see it. Could be spiritually also. You could be really, forwarding yourself into new spiritual practices and things that make you physically feel better. Could be total new set of spiritual practices coming your way too for this month. I feel like for some of you with the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen and the Hanged Man, which was where I was going before, sometimes when the Hanged Man is in reverse, there might be something, Scorpio, that you really want to walk away from, but you haven't yet. There's some emotional feeling or something that you really want to walk on from and find new light and find a new beginning, but you just haven't pulled the trigger yet. You haven't done so yet. There could be a little fear behind it, which is okay. I mean, it does happen, but you could be kind of feeling like a victim or feeling like you just can't get out of something that you want to walk on from. And maybe the timing just isn't right about this moment, or maybe you haven't acted on opportunities to really not let it land in your lap, but you really haven't maybe had the energy or the spark to really get going in a new direction. Okay, because I feel a little bit of victimness there, and you feel like you're being held back, but you might be holding yourself back, and it might be where that change of perception needs to come in and play a role. You're going to get news and message regarding something for the month of May that could turn that Eight of Cups around and let you leave a situation that maybe you should have left a while ago, or maybe some of you have moved house. And you're trying to find your way in this new beginning. And I think some of you are finding the ones that have walked on and have moved on from a certain situation. I think you're going to find that you like it, and that there's slow and steady growth, and there's opportunity for more and new beginnings with where you've landed. So I think that's really really positive here in this reading anyway. Don't get too caught up in the emotion of certain circumstance either, both in the mind and emotionally. Because if you get too caught up, sometimes what can happen is the Hanged Man will leave you not kind of waiting, but when it reverses, it can leave you kind of feeling maybe ungrounded or bored, or your priorities in life may be, adversely kind of interfering with your situation. And it's kind of like your own psyche is letting that happen. So you want to really, do your best. Just have full awareness. Do it with integrity, whatever this situation is, if you haven't moved on from it yet, because some of you have. And some of you, I think, are just feeling a little bit stuck with something that's not coming to fruition quick enough for you. But you have to do the work, and you have to move the mind process, okay? So try to just kind of stay middle ground with what your future goals and dreams are, and that you're not waiting and waiting and waiting. Try to implement the new beginning in the Ace of Wands, because that's a good place to start. You do have the moon here, and the moon is in reverse position also. So, pay attention to your full moons, your new moons, because you have such potential for the new beginnings, the new projects. The Queen, she sees things with clarity, and there's good open energy with her to embody, to see your way through. But I just think that with the moon in reverse, there could be decisions that you're trying to make, and there could be like really binding commitments that you're committing yourself to, and you really don't know how to back up your word to what you're going to do, because it could make you feel like it's just something that's bothering your psyche, or maybe you put a lot of energy into a future goal and dream, and then you kind of procrastinate and fall back a little bit. It's okay. Just don't try not to stagnate too long or feel like you're the victim. And it's just not happening quick enough. You have to move the energy. You have to change the perception and open the mind a little bit, so that if you want to move on from a situation, you can easily go. For those of you that have, whether you moved or you changed a job or a career, I feel as though the result of it is going to pay you back in time. It's slow and steady progress with the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so for some of you, there is new jobs and things available if that's what you're looking for, and it's there for you, but you have to do some of the grinding work to get it, to achieve it, to grab it. And don't let it affect your psyche to the point where you get stuck, okay? So use the new moons and the full moons. Use your intention and your wishes planetary-wise, because I think for you, Scorp, the ones, if you are using it, you're navigating it well, and your progress is steady from it. So whatever you're feeling conflictual with, or there's going to be networking and news and information coming in, there's definitely abundance, and just don't hold yourself back. I'm going to take a sip of water a second. Just don't hold yourself back, because this is a beautiful way to come into the month, and try to really go with it. I think you're going to have a nice, smooth, easy month, navigating the energy, navigating the moons, navigating the shifts and the changes that are astrologically out there. And I think you're going to find an abundance, and I think nature is going to unclog your being to be able to make these new projects come about, change the job if that's what you want to do, implement new things to the job, implement new things if you want to change a residence. Some of you are going to do that or already have. Some of you could be finding that you're finding your way, but I think the month of May is really, I don't know why I was just going to say March, but there's a message in there from somebody, for somebody. So I meant May, and I feel as though if anybody's implemented a change or a move in the month of March, that you're on your way to not being so wrapped so tight, where you're so emotionally charged with maybe the anticipation of it all, because it seems to be like leveling out, and you're finding your focus and your clarity, but your perception is changing. So now let's take a look at the guidance card that I pulled for you. So you're protected. Your guardian angel is with you through the process of whatever you've been going through. I'm going to read a piece of the guardian angel. This might go a little longer than I wanted, but it's all okay. Try to keep the readings a little under 15 minutes. Okay, so the guardian angel, the presence of this card indicates that your need for reassurance, direction, and protection It invites you to enter the silence and connect with your guardian angel. Raise your vibration of your request by being mindful of the quality of your thoughts and questions, as this in turn affects the response you will be given. Be patient and listen carefully, as our angels often communicate in unexpected ways, but always in accordance with perfection of divine timing, which is interesting enough because right under the perception card is the divine timing. So these 3 guidance cards are definitely for your month of May. So whatever you believe, however you feel, know that you have a guardian angel waiting to take your request, and it's all due in divine timing. Or things have been evolving and changing for you, and you're handling the shifts and changes to the best of your ability with the energies that are here for you. So that is progress, right? That is going into things with a new light. And some of you, I think, just want to move on from an old situation that's been dogging you, and you're going to find it as long as you don't let yourself get in the way of it. Any negative thoughts, any negative depression or pull down feeling, you really got to pull it into your health, your physical body, your abundance as far as your physical being, because that's going to open up your way of being to really be able to breathe in fresh air and know that there's new beginnings here for you without letting it grate on you or take its toll. So use the energies wisely to the best of your ability, Scorp, because I think May could really turn out to be very steady and full and new inspirations and opportunities. And there's a new beginning coming your way for this month. So, hold out your hands, catch it. It's here for you. All right, everybody. I hope you like this reading. Thank you for sharing and subscribing, for liking my videos. Truly, I appreciate it. You all know that. And if anyone would like a private session with me, I will leave my email in the description box below. And if you'd like to join me on patreon.com, I will leave that information below also. Until June, take care, everybody. Talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.